Mount Kisco is getting a Shake Shack this month, and I know how that sounds, like the least important real estate news you've ever heard. Stay with me because it's not. When a national chain picks your downtown, they've already done the homework you're trying to do. Shake Shack is opening at 176 North Bedford Road, the old Dunkin' spot. The Recorder reported in early July that they're aiming to be open for the end of August. Here's why I care. Companies like this don't guess. They study traffic counts, household income, growth projections, and how many people are actually walking around at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. They spent real money answering the question you're asking for free. Is this town going somewhere? They decided yes. That's not proof of anything, but it's a data point, and it's better one than a headline about the national housing market. Mount Kisco has something most northern Westchester towns don't, an actual downtown you can spend a whole day in. I'm not exaggerating. Westchester Magazine just ran a full-day trip guide on it. Coffee at Mimi's on South Mosier, lunch at the Turk, books at the Curio Room on East Main, boutiques, Jolie Jordan and Syed Liam, right next door to each other on South Mosier. Exit 4 food hall for dinner. There's even a float therapy place on East Main, if that's your thing. You can park once and not get back in your car. In this part of the country, that's rare, and is exactly what a certain kind of buyer is hunting for and can't articulate. This county is putting real money behind the walkability, which almost nobody knows. In early July, Westchester County announced the Mount Kisco Streetscape Sidewalk Improvements, Phase 3B project. The county is putting in just over $1.3 million towards a roughly $2.7 million project, and construction prep is expected to start this fall. Here's the part I love. It's the first construction project funded under the county's new Complete Streets program. Not Yonkers, not White Plains, Mount Kisco. When a municipality invests in sidewalks and crossings, they're saying out loud that they expect more people on foot. Public money tends to show up a few years before private money does. You're still an hour from Grand Central. That math hasn't changed, and it's the whole ballgame. The Harlem Line Express out of Mount Kisco runs about 58 minutes into Grand Central. Off-peak, similar. So you get a walkable downtown, a train station in the middle of it, and Bedford and Katonah as your backyard. And you're still commuting in the same hour a lot of people spent on the Metro North for much less interesting places. If you're going into the city 2 or 3 days a week, that's a trade-off worth actually running the numbers on. Now the honest part, because I'd rather you hear it from me. Westchester County's median sale price was about $867,000 over the last 3 months, ending in May, up 8.5% from a year ago, with homes selling in around 25 days. That's Redfin's county-wide number, and county-wide is a number I trust. Town-level medians right now are a mess. Depending on which site you look at, Mount Kisco is either $410,000 town or $700,000 town. Neither is wrong exactly. It's just that Mount Kisco has condos, townhouses, and single families all in one small footprint. So the median swings widely based on what happened to close that month. Don't make a decision off a number on a website. Ask somebody to pull the actual comps for the actual kind of house you want. If you're shopping Mount Kisco this fall, expect some orange cones. Don't let them cost you a house. There's sanitary sewer main work happening in the village into late August, and that streetscape construction is starting this fall. So yes, some streets are going to look torn up when you pull up to a showing. I've watched buyers walk away from good houses over a temporary mess out front. Please don't be that person. A dug-up sidewalk in September is a brand new sidewalk in June. If anything, that's the version of town you want to buy into. One that's spending money on itself. The finished version costs more. Look, I'm not telling you Mount Kisco is the answer. Actually, I am. I love Mount Kisco. I don't know your life. Maybe you need land and quiet and Bedford is your town. Maybe you want Katonah's village feel. That's a real conversation, and it's different for everybody. But if you've been mentally filing Mount Kisco under the place with the hospital and the shopping center, that file's out of date. Go walk Main Street on a Saturday. Get a coffee. See how it feels. Feelings aren't strategy, but they're data too, and after 12 and a half years of this, I've learned not to talk people out of them. If you want the real comps for a specific street, or you want somebody to tell you honestly whether a house is priced right, that's a free conversation, and I'm genuinely happy to have it. Just reach out. I'm happy to have a conversation. Thanks for watching.